For years, Ellen DeGeneres built one of the most celebrated empires in daytime television history. Her stage was known for emotional surprises, inspiring acts, and viral child prodigies who turned into overnight celebrities. Appearing on The Ellen DeGeneres Show felt like a life-changing golden ticket for young talent across the world. However, in recent years, those iconic television moments are being re-examined through a completely different lens. Former employees, past celebrity guests, and prominent public figures have come forward with allegations that paint a complex and at times unsettling picture of what truly happened behind the scenes. Recently, comedian DL Hughley voiced his own thoughts, explaining why the serious legal allegations surrounding Sean Diddy Combs never surprised him, and why the public should critically question powerful media figures rather than defending them blindly. Before diving into his commentary, it's essential to look back at the resurfaced clips and understand why audiences view Ellen's legacy so differently today.
I never was shocked about it. I never, I could sense a thing. If you are now telling us all these things you witnessed, then now you want to.
For over a decade, Ellen's show was Hollywood's premier launching pad for young performers. While audiences celebrated these viral moments, critics now question whether bringing very young children into the high-pressure entertainment industry received adequate consideration. Furthermore, Ellen's long-standing friendship with music mogul Diddy has sparked intense online discussion. Diddy appeared on the show numerous times as a close friend. Following his recent severe legal allegations and lawsuits, viewers are rewatching those lighthearted interviews with deep hindsight and skepticism.
Talking about the deeply disturbing clips from the Ellen DeGeneres show on the new P. Diddy documentary.
How much money do you have on you right now?
I don't have any money on me.
You don't carry money on you?
No.
No.
I don't carry money. I mean, it's just a little bit of money on me.
Oh, you do have money on you. Lord, have mercy. It's all 20s. Where are you going after this?
You know we doing what we plan to do, girl.
I had forgotten just how chummy these two used to be. He was always on her show, and they were known to be friends. She even used to have quite the nickname for him, Cuddle Mix Snuggle Stuff. I believe there were only about 2 clips of her used during the P. Diddy docu-series on Netflix, which if you haven't watched, go watch it. But each time, my blood ran cold with knowing everything that we know about him, and now her now. And you can't tell me for 1 minute that this man was not purposeful in the clips that he used of the Ellen DeGeneres show. I don't know who on his team found them or if he had just saved.
When the allegations against Diddy became widespread news, Ellen chose not to issue any public statements. Because she had routinely highlighted their close bond on television, her complete silence raised eyebrows among viewers. Around the same time, another dramatic narrative resurfaced involving singer Grayson Chance. In 2010, 12-year-old Grayson became a global sensation after his performance of Lady Gaga's Paparazzi went viral. Ellen quickly signed him as the very first artist on her brand new record label, framing it as a heartwarming story of mentorship.
By one of the children who she had seen on YouTube, whom she had invited onto her show, named Grayson Chance. Because she was so inspired.
Years later, Grayson shared a dramatically different version of that experience. He publicly alleged that his career was managed in an overly controlling environment, revealing that he felt immense pressure to maintain a strictly crafted image forced upon him by team members.
Grayson further claimed that as his commercial momentum slowed, communication completely broke down. He described feeling professionally abandoned by Ellen and her team, despite the strong bond that had been presented to millions of viewers on daytime TV. Despite these underlying issues, Grayson continued making guest appearances on the show over the years. This led the public to believe that their personal and professional relationship remained as strong as ever.
Make sure that it didn't seem like I was trying to profit or, sort of promote my sexuality as a means of getting more fame and popularity. And so I just, I waited until I felt confident and posted up an Instagram message and felt like that was the right thing to do.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I read it. It was really beautiful. And I think we all were so happy to see that you were happy.
Grayson later clarified that those on-air reunions did not reflect reality. He explained that they hadn't maintained regular contact for years and felt the segments were staged to give the illusion of a close mentorship. His explosive comments gained major media traction, forcing outlets to seek official responses from Ellen's representatives. Grayson's courage to speak out encouraged others to share their own experiences.
The truth is what you saw on TV and what was sort of pitched out, to the mainstream just wasn't what was happening behind the scenes.
Yeah, Grayson dropped this TikTok doubling down on all his claims.
I think now that I'm 25 and I'm older, I can recognize that what happened to me as a kid was not cool, it was not okay. And I'm sure people will have a lot to say about the article and how I maybe appear ungrateful for her efforts in the beginning. And the truth is that I am grateful for her giving me a start, but I'm more grateful to myself for the moments when I got dropped and everything.
What started as individual guest complaints quickly grew into an industry-wide scandal. Multiple former employees came forward describing a toxic workplace culture behind the scenes of the Ellen DeGeneres show. They alleged widespread management issues, sexual harassment, intimidation, and racial discrimination. The backlash became so severe that Warner Media launched a formal internal investigation into the show's work environment, severely tarnishing Ellen's signature Be Kind brand.
Dozens of former employees had stories to share about how terribly Ellen treated them. Some of the things that these employees reported was that they were not allowed to look Ellen in the eye at all. We're not allowed to speak to Ellen unless she spoke to you first. And Ellen allegedly made her staff members go home and take a shower if they were wearing a perfume or a cologne that she did not like. Staff members were allegedly subjected to frequent outbursts and emotional irregularity from Ellen. Former employee even reporting that they were verbally berated by Ellen for simply saying good afternoon to her while passing in the hallways backstage. A former employee who used to work for Warner Brothers also reported that he had a less than pleasant experience with Ellen whenever they were both in the elevator one.
Flooded the media. Comedian DL Hughley weighed in during public interviews. Hughley stated that he had never felt comfortable around Diddy and was entirely unsurprised by the allegations against him. He stressed that celebrities who stay silent while benefiting from powerful figures need to examine their own complicity. Hughley's perspective aligned with former singer Jaguar Wright, who has spent years calling out power dynamics in the entertainment industry.
No doubt that some of these things, as alleged, are true.
Well, we saw the video, right? 'Cause
Yes.
since last time,
Yes.
the Intercontinental Cassie video came out.
Right.
Which anyone that was on Diddy's side and was saying this is a money grab, when they saw that, they said, never mind. Never mind.
I never liked him.
Have you met him before?
Never did. I
never met him?
I met him a bunch of times, but I never liked him.
Why?
I just didn't. It felt like when I see those things, I never was shocked about it. I never, like, it just, I could sense a thing. Like, I don't know what it was. But I will say that all those people who are now coming out and talk about these monstrous things he did are only saying it now when but they were fine with it when they were benefiting from it. Their silence benefited them from. If you are now telling us all these things you witnessed, then now you want to witness, you're an accomplice. And I think it's weird that a dude, like, you would think that a dude who'd been in that many videos would know when a new one was coming out. Like, you think.
Well, he bought that video for $50,000.
Yeah. Well, but you know how this works.
Yeah.
You know how this works. You knew, like, he been Puffy, Diddy, Puff Daddy. In my experience, any nigga changed his name that many times has done a lot of shit wrong. Where I'm from, we call it an alias. Is that you? No, not no more. That was me last album. But you know what happened to me? All of that was the last. Everybody in the 90s had been the product of the 70s and 80s and all that wild shit that was going on then. So that was the last vestige of those people who just got to do it. But all those people went to all those parties are now having lawyers explain and what they saw and why they were there. Like, it just wasn't my thing. It just wasn't where I wanted to be. But I'm not shocked about the allegations at all.
Well, yeah, I interviewed Roger Bonds, who was the head of his security for 10 years. And he did witness multiple situations with, when he beat Cassie, which he had to break them up and, kind of put her, in a...
Although many of Jaguar Wright's claims remain unverified or disputed, her commentary added momentum to the conversation around accountability. She argued that powerful executives routinely exploit young, ambitious artists entering the business for the first time without providing adequate protections.
Spoke on Pierce to normalize it.
In additional interviews, Wright detailed systemic problems within the music industry, questioning how high-profile figures managed to hide serious misconduct for decades. Regardless of whether commentators agree with her claims, her viral statements fueled nationwide debates on industry safety and oversight.
If the entertainment industry is nothing,
the scrutiny soon extended to those who worked directly alongside DeGeneres for years. Former resident DJ Tony Okungawa publicly voiced his support for the employees, revealing that he too experienced a toxic and uncomfortable atmosphere on set. His statements reinforced that the workplace culture issues were widespread and systemic rather than isolated incidents.
Guys, Ellen's DJ is exposing her, and this is not good, guys. Hey guys, it's Maradi. Hope you guys are doing well today. Back again with another video. If you haven't subscribed, click that button, guys, and subscribe. Head over to my Instagram. And it's going to be, I said it was a Super Tuesday yesterday because I was producing so many videos. We're going to get the same thing again today. It's going to be a Super Wednesday, guys. There's a lot going on and we got to get into it. But before we do, I do have a new podcast episode out. The links are below. Please go and subscribe to my podcast. I'm trying to push that now because I haven't for a while. So please go and subscribe to that. Head over to my Instagram at Murad_Maradi. Follow there, like pictures, whatever, and let's get into this, guys. Let's get crunk when it comes to this, because we have now more people that are coming forward in numbers. So these stupid celebrities that are trying to defend Ellen, just shut up, man. Just close your mouths, please. Celebrities, I'm tired. I'm honestly just like, why are you here? The Ellen Show's former DJ, Tony, has said that he felt a massive amount of toxicity in the working environment during his time on the chat show. His comments come after it was announced last week that the show will be the subject of an internal investigation by former and current staff members. DJ Tony, he was the show's resident DJ between 2003 and 2006, and again from 2007 to 2013, shared a photo of himself on the show on Instagram and revealed that he had been getting calls asking him about his experience on the show, saying that he would like to address the time I spent there. While I'm grateful for the opportunity it afforded me, I did experience and feel the toxicity of the environment, and I stand with my former colleagues in their quest to create a healthier and more inclusive workspace as the show moves forward. A number of current and former staff members claimed to BuzzFeed in July that they experienced racism, intimidation, and a general toxic work culture whilst working on the show. Some alleged that they were fired for taking medical or bereavement leave, whilst one black woman who worked on the show said that she experienced racist comments and microaggressions. Producers have denied all of this, as of course they would have, but for DJ Tony now to come forward as somebody else who was also there, I'm glad that what he said that really resonated with me is that he stands firmly with the people who want fairness and inclusiveness. This is what he stands for, and this is who he stands with. Not these dumbass celebrities who are supporting Ellen, showcasing that they don't obviously stand with the people who are trying to seek justice, trying to seek, this kind of bad, negative, toxic workplace that they don't work in. You are a celebrity. There is no reason for Ellen or her people to be rude to you because you have a high profile status. For some unknown reason, you are better than some people else because of your celebrity status. Therefore, if they
Concurrently, several awkward celebrity interviews resurfaced online. A notable example involved Taylor Swift, where Ellen repeatedly pressured the young singer to talk about her dating life using a staged photo game. Despite Taylor appearing visibly uncomfortable and pleading for the segment to stop, Ellen pushed forward. Critics point to this exchange as evidence of an uncomfortable interview style disguised as playful comedy. Furthermore, Ellen's close friendship with former President George W. Bush drew severe backlash, with critics questioning her alignment with a politician whose policies directly opposed LGBTQ+ rights.
This is what happens when you're a wealthy elite that's pretty disconnected from the realities of regular people. George W. Bush started an illegal war that killed hundreds of thousands of Iraqi civilians needlessly. He did many things, including basically leave New Orleans to die. And that is the city that I think Ellen DeGeneres is from. So she should maybe have some reflection on that fact. And this is in a lot of ways, the derangement of the Donald Trump era, where we look back on everything with rose-colored glasses, when if you just have some sort of perspective taking, you can realize that the Bush administration days and those times when he spurred a recession and again led us into an illegal war, those were some pretty dark times, even though he may seem very folksy and like a nicer guy when you have a one-on-one interaction with him than the clammy hands Donald Trump.
Exactly. I don't think I even originally saw it until she responded, but my biggest issue with it is her response to the criticism, because she's not, in my view, responding to what people were actually concerned about. She has created a straw man that is easy to defeat. It's easy to tie into her brand of let's all dance and be happy and everything. People are not saying don't sit next to people who disagree with you. It's not about thoughts or beliefs.
Tragically, discussion surrounding Ellen's legacy also touched upon the passing of Stephen Twitch Boss, who served as the show's beloved DJ after Okungbawa. Following his death in 2022, internet conspiracy theories attempted to link the tragedy to workplace stress. However, official police investigations concluded that his death was a suicide, with zero evidence of foul play.
Was the DJ who replaced DJ Tony on The Ellen Show, and he was also a So You Think You Can Dance alumni. In December of 2022, Twitch was found unalive in a hotel room not far from his residence. It was revealed that Twitch took his own life due to a self-inflicted wound to the head. When Twitch's mother found out that her son had passed away, she was immediately suspicious and believed that someone had harmed him. Twitch's wife, family, and friends all shared that they were not aware that he was struggling emotionally, that he had been depressed, that he was having thoughts of taking his own life. No one had any clue. The family was not experiencing any kind of financial hardships. They had children together. They were in a loving marriage, according to his wife. An autopsy and toxicology revealed that he did not have anything in his system, nor was any kind of foul play thought to be in question. I believe the theory that Ellen had something to do with his passing perhaps comes from the toxic work environment that Ellen cultivated that might have weighed on Twitch harder than others, and being in a hostile work environment will cause anyone to question their worth. I do have a theory about Twitch's passing, and it more coincides with potentially emotional distress caused by the 7M dance cult that he and his wife were involved in, but that's kind of a whole other story for a whole other day. A few months after
Another tragic story involved Ellen's former partner, actress Anne Heche, who dated Ellen in the late 1990s. Years after their high-profile breakup, Heche spoke candidly about the professional blacklisting and personal struggles she faced following their split. On August 5, 2022, Heche was involved in a horrific car crash in Los Angeles after her vehicle collided with a house and burst into flames.
I'm out of this.
The intensity of the fire severely delayed emergency rescue efforts. Firefighters eventually pulled Heche from the vehicle, and she was rushed to the hospital in critical condition with severe burns and brain injury.
Going on, they couldn't get to that car. They actually had to call in heavy rescue. That's what you see right there. They hooked up cables to that car, pulled it out. It's actually in that driveway. And then the driver, well, LA City Fire Department, their paramedics pulled that driver from that vehicle. We have tape of that, and then basically had him on a gurney. We weren't sure what the situation was there on his condition, but then as he made his way over to the ambulance, you see it right there. He jumps up out of that gurney. It was horrific, scary for a moment for everybody watching. And then the fire department, well, they had to sedate him and take him to the hospital. Right now, though, the structure is still standing. No other victims inside that home. But again, this happening out here in Palms.
Days later, Anne Heche tragically passed away at age 53. While online speculation attempted to link her death to various conspiracy theories, official investigation reports confirmed the incident was a tragic accident resulting from her crash injuries. What are your thoughts on Ellen's fall from grace? Do you view her legacy differently now? Let us know in the comments below.